Chitala? I guess his name is Chitala now.
It's
I know. T'Challa.
Chitala.
Face
Cthulhu.
noises. Cthulhu. He
Alright,
showed up and told him to. Yeah.
we're going live. We're live.
It's a me, a nocturnal.
Alright. But yeah, when we left off, like you said, pretty much all that you said was right. He's a cop, had the Black Panther suit, but he sucks at being Panther. Keeps like trying to sneak into places, and everybody just rolls up, and they're like, "Hey, what are you doing in here?"
Definitely got that superiority complex with the suit on.
And plus, everybody keeps offering him like pretty amazing deals, and he's always like, "Nah."
Right, right. I feel like this is a series brought to you by the people who are like, well, you know, anybody can be a superhero. All they need is the suit. Well, this is what happens when the average Joe Smeagol gets a suit and
Right.
starts fucking shit up. Like, there's more to being a hero than just having the suit.
Right. For sure.
All right. Got a little something special for us to start off with here. That's right.
Oh yes, you're so dead.
Probably. But that's besides the point.
Okay, Tyler.
I did
Let's
just
get
platinum
job
this
done.
game, so we'll see. We'll see how on point things are. Oh my god. That was nasty. Woo, that was nasty. Those reflexes, man. Oh, by the way, if anybody plays this game, Titanfall, try it on the Master. It will definitely kick your ass all over the place. Make you feel like 5 years old when you first get into it again. How the hell did you get me way up there? What? I don't see that one now. Hold on. Oh, okay. I was a little bit delayed there.
Yeah.
Welcome to the party, Loki.
Yeah. I'm dead. Alright. Will do.
You know what? I hate to be the guy that says this, but I'm pretty sure you're lacking. There was 3 shots that were right on you and it went right through. But excuses, right?
Right. I don't know, man.
We're not ahead by much. Let's pick up the pace. Looks like they gave up. Chalk
Oh,
up
come
another
on,
win.
get out of here. How'd you track me like that? Oh,
I
yeah,
just-
that's right. It leaves a little electrical cloud or something. Boy, don't I feel like an idiot. I just platinumed this game, got my But also, another thing that you and I are about to do, I'm going to give you a little taste of what I've been talking about for the last day now. You ready for that?
Are we gonna do the frontier defense?
Just for a second.
I've done it before. I know how hard it is.
Oh. Oh, I can't even set it up on the highest difficulty. Never mind. It won't let me. Nope. Alright, I guess we're going into private match. Get that ass stomped. Oh, hey, I can do it there. Alright.
Oh, wow.
This is what I was dealing with for 11 hours yesterday. 11 hours of this shit. You know what? Actually, we're on opposing teams. I wonder how that's going to happen.
Huh. Yeah, for real.
Curious now. Now I'm really curious. Because if we were on opposing teams, we should have been playing this a long time ago, dude. What?
Alright kids, you ready for thrills, chills and kills? Must you say that every time? Yes, why yes I must. Good luck team.
Oh, we're on the same team.
That's right.
Alright.
Pilots get to protect it from the rebels.
These are the enemies I was fighting yesterday. Good luck. At least I think. I don't know.
Get ready. First wave inbound. Stalkers detected. Get ready to take them out.
One tag.
96 grunts. Good lord. Let's see if they were deadly as they were on Master. I'm curious to know. Nope.
The shields are
Not even
But
close.
they didn't kill me though.
Oh, not even close. But yeah,
I wasn't
still a
expecting
pain.
them to have energy shields.
Yeah. Yeah, they're not two-shotting us, but they're
Harvest the
definitely
shields
going to
back up to 100%. The harvester shields are about to go down. Protect it.
Oh
Crap, the
wow, they've already
harvester
got the
shields are
harvester
down.
shield down?
We're seeing enemy infantry near the harvester. Time to show off, pilots.
Boom. Yeah, these guys are not even, nah. There's just a lot of them.
The harvester shield is recharging. Don't let the remnant fleet damage it.
Oh, well.
Pilots, we...
So, Benicio.
Yep. Yep.
ready to divulge into this story. Oof. Man, you and that shotgun deal a lot of damage, don't they?
Did you not know that?
No, I'll tell you what. The Mastiff was my go-to on that Master playthrough. The Mastiff was great because it's good in long range too. Well, medium range, anyways. It doesn't seem to have a damage drop off. That's for sure.
The Mastiff?
Yeah.
It does. Yeah, it does have a damage drop off. Yeah, let's do some one-on-one.
So what kind of one-on-one? We're talking live fire here or pilot v pilots?
Either way. We'll do one, then we'll do the other, I guess. Okay, so yeah, where we left off, Sergeant Torque had been kidnapped.
Oh yeah, yeah.
By the 66 Bridges, and their leader, Kibuka, killed him, thinking that he was the Panther.
Right, and that's the one where I was like, oh man, that's kind of shitty too, because, yeah.
You know, like when I was reading this too, like I was thinking about that like before it even happened, because like every time we turned around, Casper was like, here, hold on to this for me. Like, they can't find this at my place. And I'm like, what about his place? Like he really kind of ended up fucking him. And now he's dead.
I guess it's not his problem anymore.
Right. But, where we left off, Casper was picked up by an Internals Affairs officer.
Casper is the son of the cop that's in jail, right?
Yes. Yes.
What's the name of the cop in jail?
Blackjack.
Blackjack, and he was the good one. I don't remember what he went down for.
He was framed by Internal
pilots,
Affairs for dealing drugs.
Done.
And his son's Casper, who is also a cop. How did that not kill you? What kind of crap you got going? So the IA cop tells Casper, he's like, look, we know everything. Like, we know that you're this Black Panther character. We know that Lou, the lieutenant, thinks it's Torque. And we know that the only reason you're alive right now is because Lou is an idiot. And but his stupidity is only going to last so long. So you need to go home before he realizes that he's got the wrong guy. And if he figures that out, it's only a matter of time before he figures out who the right guy is. Well, he's like, look, we got a case on Lou. We're just trying to build it. And if you screw it up, then they're just going to find someone to replace him.
Right. Which, even if they're successful, they're still going to find somebody to replace them. That's just how it goes.
Right.
Oh, it's going to spawn us in the same spot. What have you got going on?
Something's up. You turned the damage up, didn't you? Or some health up or something. Like, there's no way that
He's like, something's up.
I should be seeing corpses, but I'm seeing wounded. Like it's.
Yeah, I turned the damage up to 3, or the health up to 300. Boy, it's just gonna keep spawning us directly across from each other, huh? Oh,
I guess so.
Yeah, I should be seeing corpses as well.
you take a piece of bait? Good God.
No, I won't. Oh, you almost knocked me into the cliff. I don't have a grapple, man. Will you take a piece of bait? You missed.
Like three times I ducked away like I was gonna take off running somewhere and expecting you to go to the other side and I'll double back and you'd still be where I left you.
No, not this time. Dude, I'm telling you, man, that master playthrough changed me. It just changed me. I stay put.
We gotta change the way we eat, man.
Hey, running is dead.
Also, while they're talking, Casper tells the guy, he's like, look, fact of the matter is, I don't trust you, I don't trust IA, I don't trust Eternal Affairs, because you guys framed my dad. And the IA cop tells him, he says, look, no doubt about it, Blackjack was the greatest cop that ever lived. Everyone knows it. But I'm telling you right now, he was also a no-good crook who got exactly what was coming to him.
He was? Huh. See, that part hasn't been mentioned before.
No.
Missed.
I didn't know it. That time. Dude. I'm not used to needing a follow-up to that. No! Hold on.
Yeah, you're good, man.
Allergies.
It is that time of season.
Yes.
We can still catch up.
So,
Don't lose hope.
he tells Casper to go home. He doesn't.
Of course he doesn't.
Instead, he goes out into the city, and he goes to the place where Lou had killed that gangster that had the tape recorder on him.
Yeah.
And there's a grave there. The grave has Torque's shotgun sticking out of it with his badge draped over it.
Really? So an honorary burial, I guess.
No, definitely not.
What do you mean? What was a shotgun in his bag? I don't get it. Is
That's Lou, and then that's Lou, and then burying him there, being like, look who lies here. Don't fuck with us. Like,
oh, okay. I totally misread that one.
I guess it's also mentioned the grave was like in the middle of the park. Like it wasn't in like a cemetery or anything. It was,
oh, okay, alright. How did you get that? Do you even know?
I mean, I meleeed you for about.
Alright, let's switch weapons here. Let's do pistols only.
Okay,
Alright.
pilots. Let's get this job done.
So yeah, Casper digs up the body because he's like doesn't want to believe that he's dead.
Right.
And he
Because of him.
Right. So he digs it up.
What are you doing? I said Pistols only, man.
I killed you with a pistol.
Yeah, you punched me in the face.
I didn't realize that was off limits. I thought it was just,
all right.
I mean, we'll do that. I thought it was just no shotgun.
I don't know why in the hell I'm challenging you with pistols only match.
Right. Notice I didn't miss any of those shots. Ooh.
Light 'em up.
So next,
a few of those.
so the next day at work, Casper.
Wait, so he actually dug up his body, right?
Yeah.
And found out it was actually him. That's kind of gross and morbid, but okay.
Yeah. And it's all like, no, like that whole deal.
Right. Whatever became of the Black Panther costume? Though? Once they killed him, did they take his costume from him?
No,
Suit?
no, he didn't have the suit. Torque just had like a bunch of equipment and stuff.
I thought he was holding the suit for Casper.
Not at the time. Casper was out at that triage place investigating. He got caught.
Oh,
He was under attack by that chopper and all that crap. So he didn't have the suit at the time. He just had like a bunch of the equipment, enough for them to be like, oh, he's Panther. So the next day at work, Casper is going through Torque's locker, like going through his stuff, and he finds the gun that Lou used to kill that gangster and like a bunch of money. So like obviously they're trying to set him up now that he's dead.
Right. Take some of the blame off of them.
Right.
What?
So he just goes into Lou's office and he goes, "Hey, I got your message." And Lou's like, "I don't know what you mean." And he's like, yeah, you do. He's like, I get it. Either I play ball, I join up with you, or Torque dies a dirty cop.
Oh, what? They didn't even know. Like.
No, he did. He did. He's just being coy, man. Like he's a cop. He's a dirty cop. He's not gonna sit in his office and be like, "I deal drugs all day." Like,
what in the world are you using? Pistols only, mate.
still?
Yeah, still.
I didn't know we were still doing that.
Ugh.
Well, how long? I don't know.
Until one of us wins.
Okay.
I thought that was doing an awful lot of damage for a pistol. I was like, what?
Pow, pow.
Well, what? What is going on? No, I was gonna see how long I can actually run away from it. Real quick, just as an aside, one of the other things I did, and I want you to try this later, whenever you've got some time. In order to get a platinum on this game, you have to get the trophy, the student becomes the master. You know the gauntlet, right? When you first start, have you ever done the gauntlet? You've probably never played the...
I've not played the campaign at all.
Okay, so there's this little gauntlet, and you have to complete it in 35 seconds. It took me 2 full hours retrying and practice to get that down in 35 seconds. It is incredibly difficult. But it'll also drastically improve your wall running abilities and your understanding of wall running dynamics. Can't catch me in fast foot, bro. I got hit by one.
This extra health crap is ridiculous.
Can I make it the full 3 minutes?
Probably it'd take that long to put enough pistol rounds to kill you.
He's like, probably.
Dude, you're starting to piss me off.
But why?
This isn't doable, really, I feel like. Like, if it was regular amount of health, yeah, but the health regen, it takes so long to kill you with a pistol that you can easily get away.
Oh fuck, I ran out of ammo. Oh, so did you? Dude, you got none that last round.
Yeah.
Congratulations. Alright, no more bullshit. Let's do this. I'm not gonna be
Battle's going
outdone
well.
with a pistol.
I've got some
Let's do
talented
it.
pilots here.
Which way did he go, George? Which way did he go? You had to open somewhere. So how mobile do you feel in this game? How would you rate your mobility?
Quite a
Are you
bit.
fairly confident in it?
Oh,
Quite
yeah.
a bit. You definitely need to try the gauntlet. And the gauntlet is the very first thing you do in the campaign. I definitely want to see what kind of times Benicio can run. Let's see. Get out of here. Not today.
Yeah!
God, dude, where are you? I didn't even. No, dude, that's not even right. You didn't even appear to me on the other side of that by the time you shot me. Funky ass.
So anyway, yeah, pretty much the little deal and the message that Lewis sent was like, you know, you play ball with me, Torque dies a hero, you fuck around, he dies a dirty cop.
Right. What? What are you? Keep switching back to that shotgun, bro. What the hell?
Well, cuz I don't trust you. I keep expecting you to do it.
No, I'm
You
not.
said
For once,
you said till one of us wins. I won.
The game.
I killed you.
No, you know what? You're 8 to my 4. You've got one more to go. I ain't letting you. No, sir.
Come on, no holds barred. Let's do this.
I think I won't feather that hole, man. 'Cause I will.
Impressive work, pilot. They didn't
What?
stand a chance.
No, dude.
Watch this.
That wasn't even the kill.
What do you mean?
I overcooked the grenade. And blew up my face. I didn't hear it beeping because of the music. Anyways, that's embarrassing.
Yeah. So Casper tells Lou, he's like, "All right, man, you got me. I'll play ball." He goes, "But just so you know, you ever go after Blackjack again, you're a dead man."
Indeed.
So then after that, Casper goes to visit Blackjack in prison, who is now in a wheelchair after that attack.
Oh, dude, permanently?
I don't know. It doesn't really say. It just shows him being rolled around in a wheelchair. They don't really say.
Alright, so I tried playing this on your terms. Now it's time to play on my terms. We'll see how this goes.
What are your terms?
My play style, my weapons. I played with your Mastiff and pistol. Now I'm gonna play with Nocturnum's loadout.
Oh, so I just play with whatever?
Yep.
Okay. So after Casper leaves,
No Titans this
Blackjack
time.
is
Take out the enemy
escorted to this like
pilots.
secluded room by a guard,
Really?
where he gets up from the wheelchair,
Dude, what?
goes over to a computer, and uses it to communicate with members of the 66 Bridges gang,
Oh, fuck. Really, man? That's...
indicating that he is Kibuka.
What? Dude, what? He's what?
The
What's
leader.
with these damn plot twists? I get it, man. I get it. But what? Why? Dude. Poor seriously, poor Casper, man. This dude is just like getting played on every angle. Oh, yeah, okay. Okay.
So anyway, Lou sends Casper out on a job. He goes, pretty much what you need to do is pick up a woman from the beach, take her and her cargo where they need to go. And obviously, the cargo is probably drugs.
Right.
Because basically he wants to have something on him. If I got something on you, you got a little leverage. Ooh. When Casper gets there, he gets a phone call from.
And he doesn't think to look at the package before he transports it.
Well, I mean, he knows that it's going to be drugs. That's the whole point of the deal. But
Ooh, that didn't get you?
but this is before he even like gets the package. Like when he gets to the beach to pick the woman up, he gets a call from Internal Affairs, and they tell him, "Look, we know what's going down, and you have two options. Number one, you can report Lou and join IA, or two, don't report it, join Lou, who's about to be busted, and you with him. Either way, after tonight, you're not a cop anymore."
Ooh, either way.
Yeah, because if you're IA, you're considered to not be a cop by the rest of the cops.
Oh.
Yeah, dude, their whole job is telling on cops. Pretty much the way Internal Affairs works is if you're a cop, you get your hand caught in the cookie jar. The only way you can stay a cop is if you join IA and help bust other cops. So IA is full of dirty cops. Nice.
Gotcha. But either way, you're not a cop.
Yeah. Which meaning, I mean, he could join IA, but in cop culture, you're not a cop anymore. It's fucking maids. So Casper leaves to kind of regroup, come up with a plan. Whew. Sorry, I keep having to take sneeze breaks.
That bad, huh?
Yeah, dude, it's rough. So yeah, he leaves to regroup, come up with a plan. Later, he ditches his squad car. He comes back with a taxi that he commandeered from somebody.
Really?
Yeah.
What's he gonna do with that?
I think it was to throw IA off the trail. So he picks up the woman. And they drive into the city. And on the way, Lou's dirty cops try to pull him over. But see, that's Lou's whole thing. Is he's like, I'm gonna get him with these drugs, pull him over, bust him, but then kind of keep it under wraps. That way he owes me.
Right.
He'll cooperate.
Yeah, get out of jail free card is nice motivation.
Right. Dude, how are you hitting me? I was so behind that rock.
No, I hit you. I guess I hit you.
I don't want this kill cam.
I
Yeah,
followed
dude.
the X's.
That was nice.
I followed the X's. Followed the hit markers. Got a prize.
So yeah, once they try to pull him over, he's like, okay, this is obviously a setup.
Right.
So Casper.
How do they know he's? How does Lou know he's in the taxi?
They were probably following the woman.
Right.
So Casper doesn't stop. He doesn't pull over. He's like, the hell with this. And so the cops run him off the road.
Oh shit! With the girl inside.
Yeah.
Ooh, that was crispy. That was crispy as
We're
fuck.
really taking a beating. Let's
Let me
turn
watch
this
it.
around.
Oh, yeah, it was. So, once he's run off the road, Lou gets out and walks over to the car, like approaches it. And
Oh, so Lou's the one chasing him.
well,
running him
it's
off
like
the
three.
road.
It's like 3 or 4 cars. It's like Lou and like a whole bunch of people from the crew. So when he gets up, walks to the car, Casper jumps out and just pulls a gun on him.
Oh hell.
Like, hell
Well,
no, you ain't taking me down. Like, something's got to give. I don't know what. Like, he's just desperate. Like,
Yeah, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, what's this dude's plan right now? What can he do? Oh, I missed my kick.
how
Yep.
And how are you still alive?
barely.
You saw me kick, right?
Yeah, I did.
Oh, I missed it. I missed it by an inch. Just by an inch.
But when he pulls a gun on him, Lou tells him, "Look, man, the other cops are on the way. This can go down a number of ways. Maybe you got a hooker in the car and cocaine in the trunk. Maybe you're a hero. Makes no difference to me." Because he's also.
I don't believe you.
Yeah, but the thing is, like, he's telling the truth. He's like, I'll make you out to be a hero if you quit fucking around and join my crew and do everything I say and let me own you, pretty much. So
Casper's own father is the dirtiest cop out there.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Yeah, Blackjack is his father, right?
Yes.
So I'm still a little bit reeling from that, because as far as you definitely painted him in a very uncorrupt light. And all of a sudden, oh, by the way.
That's pretty much the way the book reads too. But while they're sitting there talking this out, trying to figure out, and kind of doing a little negotiation tactic here, basically, you want to play ball or not, who should walk up?
Why do they want him? I have to ask. And if you don't really know the motivation, that's fine. But why does Lou want him in his pocket so damn bad? Isn't he just a beat cop?
Well,
Casper's just a beat cop, right?
Casper's a beat cop because Lou made him a beat cop because he wouldn't play ball. He's a narcotics detective.
I know, but why does he want him to be? Because, why does Lou want him, of all people, so damn bad? Lou does not know he's also got the Black Panther suit yet, right?
Right, not yet. No, he does not.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So I'm just wondering why he wants it so badly. If I was him, that's what I would ask. Like, why do you want me so bad, man?
Because he's a lieutenant of a police precinct that he's running as a drug cartel for the 66 Bridges, and he doesn't need a
everybody.
Yeah, he doesn't need a Boy Scout, true blue, police officer in his precinct. That's why Torque was telling him, move to Queens. Do something, get out of here.
Who was telling him to move?
Torque.
Oh, yeah, right.
He was like, just get out of there. And he's like, nah. Dude. That's luck. There's no way you even.
Yeah, I knew you were there.
Alright. I didn't even know I was there.
I didn't even. Oh, that's funny. I didn't even know I was there, man. Until so there I was, barbecue sauce on my titties.
Right.
And all of a sudden, boom.
But anyway, while they're sitting here at this crash scene, cops on the way, all that noise.
You're right underneath me. By the way, did you know when you pop a map hack, it briefly tells me where you're at too, or where it comes from?
I did not.
Yes.
I do now.
It gives a little indication on the map. I'm not the one to have a grenade war with, friend. Oh,
Taken out.
What? What?
Watch that kill cam.
Oh, dude, man. All right. Power slide McGraw here.
Power slide McGraw. But anyway, while they're standing there, who should walk up? T'Challa.
Really? Damn. Oh, watch that! Watch that! Holy shit. I did that perfectly.
Oh, right in the groin.
Well, I predicted what direction you were going to go, too. That was luck right there. I predicted correctly. I do that like 1 out of 5 times. Man, I had Chipotle for dinner. I'm starting to regret that decision. Oh yeah, you want to know something? Just a little bit of an aside here that make. Oh man, I'm about to run right into your grenade. Something that
They're
makes
hitting
me
us
feel like
hard,
an idiot.
but we can
So
still
I'd
win this
never heard of
thing.
Chipotle before I moved here. The first time I ever saw it, I was like, Chipotle? What is Chipotle?
Dude, that's
It
pretty
doesn't have an
ridiculous.
It doesn't have an accent mark on it, so I'm like, Chipotle.
Still, like Chipotle, you
Well, I
should
wasn't
should
even
have heard
familiar
of it.
with
That's the
Chipotle,
thing, is
no.
that you should have heard of it before then. You should have been aware.
No, I definitely had not, and I was very vaguely familiar with the sauce Chipotle. And as a matter of fact, the first time I ever heard of Chipotle, like the sauce, not the restaurant, I thought
Right.
it was like a chili. I thought it was like a soup or something, like a Chipotle soup. I didn't know it was just a sauce.
Wow.
Yeah, the more you know.
So like T'Challa shows up, and
That's crazy.
he tells Lou, "You are in grave danger, thanks to Casper.
Really?
Casper, this foolish boy, his actions have put you in grave danger."
Why does T'Challa give two shits about some crooked ass Lou? What? Why? Only because the Black Panther suit is involved, I'm assuming?
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay, I was about to say, because otherwise he'd probably not even get two dangling shits about that situation.
Right. And see, at this point, Lou and his entire crew are standing around. They all got guns on Casper.
And I'm assuming they know who he is.
T'Challa?
They know who yeah.
Yeah, for sure. But they all got guns on
Where have
Casper.
you gone? Are you like hiding? Oh, they all have guns on Casper.
Yeah. And
So
then
I'm assuming Casper is not playing along with what Lou wants him to do.
no, they all got guns on him. He's got his gun on Lou. T'Challa shows up, says you're in grave danger, and he informs him that all of his men who are standing there with their guns on Casper, they all actually have guns on them from White Wolf and his
Oh boy.
secret police, and they've been
Yeah, you
standing
gotta
right
have
next to
severe-
them. They've been standing right there next to them, point blank, the whole time, cloaked.
Really?
Yeah.
Now you done fucked up. You have fucked up now.
You have fucked up now.
Where have you gone? Are you still in this match?
Yes.
Are you hiding in a location?
Yes.
Oh. Okay.
There's only 2 locations on the map.
No, I mean, if you're hiding that well, I think I have an idea. You're definitely.
But yeah, then T'Challa, he goes, I suggest that you all lay your weapons down. So then the White Wolf's guys, like the War Dogs or whatever, they turn off their cloaks and reveal that they got all the cops surrounded.
Oh,
And then T'Challa then tells Lou also that girl is actually a U.S. Marshal.
oh!
And in the trunk is not the cab driver that you thought from when Casper commandeered the cab, but actually the pilot of the chopper that attacked Black Panther. And
Wait. So Casper and T'Challa set all this up?
Casper set it all up. T'Challa just showed up and kind of winged it because he didn't want anyone to get killed. And T'Challa also tells Lou that he is the one who's been running around in the Panther suit. Fuck.
But that's not true.
Actually, none of that he said was true, other than that the White Wolf's guys where there were guns on them. None of that shit was true. It was all
Oh, so
crap. They're just...
the girl was not a federal marshal?
No, they're just grasping at straws. That's just some chick with a brick of coke. But...
Trying to defuse. Okay, so trying to defuse the situation.
Right. Yeah, it was the girl with the drugs. It wasn't the chopper pilot. None of that.
Finding me.
None of that was accurate.
You got 3 minutes. See if you can find where I'm at right now. Oh, fuck. Well, now you can. Yeah, you found me.
Ah, shit.
Oh.
Uh,
Benicio, you're getting your butt stomped here, man.
I know, dude, but I'm like blowing my nose and reading this story, and I got one hand on the controller, trying to like.
Been wondering why those shotgun pellets are missing.
Man.
But again, I assume that T'Challa's really on. Oh no, my God, no way! That was a random thought.
Yeah, dude.
Straight up random thought. Cannot believe that just happened.
So then T'Challa leaves, leaving Casper and the War Dogs with their guns on Lou and his men.
I swear, man, T'Challa loves dipping out, don't he? But hold on now, you go ahead and fight. You go ahead and fight this 17-foot T-Rex. I'm gonna go over here and.
Woo! I really thought I was dead.
We're really taking a beating. Let's turn this around.
I'm alive.
So am I.
No, I missed. I missed the kick. I missed the kick.
I was panic shooting like a motherfucker. I was like, Resident Evil 2 panic shooting on that one, dude. Like, no.
Right. So Casper puts Lou in a car and drives off. And as they're driving away, they start talking, and it's revealed that the reason Lou got involved with 66 Bridges is because they kidnapped his son, and then they shot his daughter.
Oh.
They shot his daughter, paralyzing her. None of which was ever reported, because then Internal Affairs would be all over it. But now IA's on anyway. So Casper is like, I want to know who Kibuka is. I want a name.
You sure about that, kid?
Right.
Damn it! I stopped shooting that shit, thinking you were dead. One of the old habits I've never gotten rid of.
But Lou tells him, he says, I don't know. No one knows who Kibuka really is. He goes, most of us aren't even sure if he's real. Dude.
Watch that! That wasn't not a rando. That was, oh my God. Grenade kill. Good night.
So Casper tells Lou that if he helps him find out,
right,
then Casper will help him get his son back.
Really?
Yeah.
So now they're working together, so he's not as crooked as it seems. Dude, that grenade kill though, I don't mean to tout my own horn, but that was crispy.
Right.
That was pretty fucking tender.
That was crispy and chewy.
Yeah, dude. So Lou's only in it because they have his son crippled his daughter.
Right.
So he's not as crooked as it may seem. And now they're going to work together so that they can find out who. What's the mouth noise?
Kibuka.
Chabuka.
Kibuka.
Kambuka. Cambodia.
Hookah.
T'Chaka.
Zoltan. But yeah, he says, if you help me, then I'll help you get your son back. And Lou refuses. He's like,
but
no.
How long have they had his son kidnapped though? He's been doing this for a minute.
Yeah,
though.
it's been a few years.
Yeah, you know, just find your son and he's gonna have a beard and a cane, man.
Right. But yeah.
Back in my day.
We didn't even know our fathers.
I've been in this prison since 1994.
But yeah, Lou refuses. So Casper ups the stakes. He just floors the pedal and starts driving to the river and puts a gun to his own head and tells Lou, look, no one will believe that you didn't kill me.
Oh.
Crooked lieutenant, true blue rookie cop, just got suspended, put on the beat for no reason when he had an amazing narcotics record, no one will believe it.
Ooh,
Crooked
so using
cop.
his own game against him.
Yep, he says crooked cop silences rookie officer or hero cops injured in multi-million-dollar drug bust. Up to you.
Injured? Oh, okay, I got you. Injured from the previous... Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, alright.
Yeah, they're pretty banged up.
I was about to say, though, he put a gun
mean,
to his head. I'm pretty sure that's not going to be just an injured cop.
Right. Unbeknownst to Lou, however, is that Casper has one of the Wakandan non-lethal rounds in it.
Lovely.
So it's like a red herring.
So, yeah, what's Red Harry? What's that off of? Is that the Need for Speed one? Or not Need for Speed, wow.
I said red herring.
Oh. You ever seen Triple X? The non-lethal splatter darts?
Yeah.
That's actually not a bad idea. I wonder if they really make something like that.
I'm sure.
But here, the problem with that is, though, just like anything else in movie technology, is that, as far as I know, nothing can enter the body and knock you out instantaneously like that. It would take a few seconds at the least.
Right.
Unless you shoot him in the forehead, maybe.
Right. Or if you hit him right in a vein, like the tip goes right into a vein, or like
an artery.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know about it.
So Casper, because they're sitting there in the standoff, and Lou's like, "Nope, you're not going to own me." So Casper shoots himself in the head and drives into the river.
But he's putting his own life at risk here. Who's going to save him? Who's going to pull him out of the drown? You know what I mean?
Right, but that's his thing. He figures if I die, Lou goes down.
Right.
Because no one will believe he didn't kill me.
Dude, talk about dying for your cause, man.
Right.
Could you hey, it's easy to read about this, and it's even easier to imagine a fiction about this. But could you imagine the amount of will it would actually take you to put a gun to your head, floor a vehicle that you're in with an enemy of yours, and believe in your cause so much that you shoot yourself in the head, even if it's non-lethal round, knowing that you may very well die.
Yeah, that still could have killed him at point blank.
Yeah, like in an actual situation, if you were doing that, dude, I mean, I couldn't imagine the amount of adrenaline that would be going through you.
Hell no, dude, I would have emptied a fucking clip into that dude. I wouldn't have even made it. Yeah, I wouldn't have even off a magazine. Sorry. So I'm not waspy enough to use your lingo.
Lingo? Clip is the lingo.
Same thing.
Well, I mean, it's like, hey, I hear you puffing on one of them e-cigarettes.
Oh my god, yeah, that bugs me.
Exactly the same concept.
It's not the same concept because an e-cigarette is a thing. It's just a different thing.
Hey, a clip is a thing
too.
It's
I thought a clip was just slang for magazine.
No, a clip, when they started calling them clips, is because a lot of the World War I, even some of the rifles in World War II were clip fed, as in stripper clips. As in there's this little metal piece that holds rounds, and once your rifle is empty, it will you use that clip and you put it right above the chamber, and you slide the bullets down into the locked magazine, into the built-in magazine of the gun. So, and then you discard your clip. So whenever you say, "Hey man, I need a clip," it's like a metal strip with bullets on the end of it.
Okay, yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about now.
Yep, that is a clip.
I thought clip was just slang for magazine. I thought you were just being a snob because I wasn't using the actual term.
No, clip is a real thing, and so is a magazine.
Wow. So
he shoots himself in the head. He's barreling towards the river. What happens?
He drives into the river for sure.
Okay. So he's in a taxi. So he's probably going 90 miles an hour tops here, but still.
Yeah. everything just kind of blacks out, and it goes to like the next day, and he's in the hospital.
He's in the hospital.
Yeah.
Okay. I wonder what they thought about him shooting himself in the head and just being like unconscious, but otherwise okay.
He pinned it on. He pinned it on Luke. On Lou. So after all that gets settled, he goes to visit Blackjack in prison.
What do you mean? I'm sorry, I don't mean to be like asking too many questions here, but so he drove himself into a lake with Lou and wakes up in a hospital.
Yeah.
Who saved him?
I don't know. Cops.
So Lou didn't save him, right? Lou just bailed?
No. Well, they were both all jacked up from the wreck, and they both got saved.
Oh, so they were both in the hospital?
Yes.
Okay, got you. So Lou can't run away now because he's in hospital, aka a form of custody for criminals.
Yeah.
You can definitely be detained in a hospital room.
Oh,
if you
yeah,
have committed
for
a
sure.
crime, for sure.
So Casper leaves the hospital. He goes and visits Blackjack in prison.
The way these visits have a whole new meaning.
Yeah, I know, right? So while he's waiting on Blackjack to show up, T'Challa shows up again.
I'm knowing T'Challa, he's probably got every bit of this figured out. And
Probably. I really wouldn't doubt it. He shows up and he offers to relocate Casper and his family. Casper refuses. Tells T'Challa that he says, if you were ever a friend to Torque, then you'll help me bring his killer to justice. T'Challa leaves. Then Blackjack rolls up in his wheelchair to see Casper. He tells him that Blackjack says, "So, read a pretty interesting article in the newspaper today. Newspaper says Lou's dirty, demoted to sergeant. Word on the
So he's dirty, and the only thing he got was demoted to sergeant.
Yeah,
right?
yeah, for real." He says, "But the word on the street is that you joined up with Lou." And then Blackjack tells him, he says, "If you join Lou, you become like Lou. And you're like Lou, you're no son of mine."
Oh.
So he leaves.
Interesting. Coming from
Yeah.
the leader of this. Really?
And so he leaves. He goes back into the prison, where he gets up out of his wheelchair again. Guard hands him a phone that he uses to contact 66 Bridges. Once again, indicating that he's Kabuka. Casper is promoted to detective again. And they have a funeral for Torque. At the funeral, Casper meets Captain America and Falcon because they knew Torque.
So this guy was a really upstanding cop.
Right. Well, I mean, they all worked together in like one of the earlier podcasts that we did.
Right. That's right.
So they all really thought highly of him because he was just some cop and he helped them fight in Wakanda, like for no reason. So afterwards, Casper goes to Torque's house to pick up his Panther gear. And he runs into Falcon, who's boxing up Torque's belongings. And Falcon straight up blames Casper for Torque's death.
Well, he's not wrong.
Right.
Anyway.
No, he's not. It was definitely his fault. I mean, he didn't kill him.
So what did...
But
Yeah, but what did... Okay, I'm confused because I asked when Torque died, did he have the Panther suit? And you said no. So who did?
Casper, he was wearing it at the time.
Oh, yeah, you already said that. Sorry, I just forgotten it. That's right. He was wearing it at the time, but it was still being stored there, like, while he wasn't wearing it.
Also,
Right.
he's got like a lot of other gear. There's like boots and there's these non-lethal rounds. Like,
Right.
It's not just the Panther mask.
Right.
And like all this stuff, whatever he's not using at the time, is at Toros. Yeah.
Yeah. And that's the reason Torque got killed, yes?
Yes. So Casper tells Falcon about Lou's son and kind of recruits him into helping him find the kid. Because he still is kind of hoping that that'll play out. He's going to help him find the kid and get Lou on his side. And Falcon's sitting there thinking about it. He's like, so this guy's had a kidnapped kid for years? Like this gang has? And he goes, yeah. He goes, well, the way I figure it, you can kidnap a kid, hold him for years, maybe even tell the kid his parents are dead. But eventually, you got taken to the doctor.
Right.
And we know that 66 Bridges fund scholarships for people. Find a doctor that is owned by 66 Bridges. You find the doctor, find the kid. So they find a doctor who went to medical school on a 66 Bridges scholarship. They hit the doctor's house. They get him to tell him where the kid is. Then they throw him in the trunk.
Cool. Hey, I apologize, but we need to take a brief intermission. There's something I got to go attend to real quick. I'll be right back with you.
All right.
Should be about 5-10 minutes. Cook some popcorn or something. I don't know.
At this point, feel free to fast forward.
Still there?
Yep.
Alright. So where... Oh, there goes my mic. Oh, dear. I just violently ripped my mic out of my ear. That was pleasant.
It always is.
Alright, so we're raiding the doctor's house. The doctor tells them where the kid is, and...
So they grab the doctor and throw him in the trunk.
Right. I forgot about that little detail.
When they get to the place where he says the kid is, that attack chopper from before shows up again.
Hey, you're a bit more quiet now. I don't know if you moved your mic.
Oh. I did.
There we go. Leave it up to your deaf friend to always be able to tell when people do that.
Yeah, so that attack chopper from earlier comes back in. So it starts attacking them. So by the time that they take on this chopper and deal with it and the guys in it, the 66 Bridges members escape with the kid.
Wait, really? How did they know about it? What?
Well, there was an attack chopper fighting superheroes out in the street.
Right, I'm just... How in the world did they figure out that... I don't know, that just seems like they're well informed somehow. Because they knew that they were going for the doctor, and that was just a really quick response. But yeah. So they take the kid.
Yep. So then the heroes kind of regroup, try to figure out what to do. Later, Falcon and T'Challa tell Casper, superhero life isn't for you.
Right. Gee, Murph, you don't say.
You need to quit.
Your second day on the job, you got an innocent killed. I mean,
yeah. They're like, you need to quit. This isn't working out. They say you need to be more than what you are, and you're not. Like, you go around and like you just throw a gun in somebody's face, you throw them in a trunk, you sneak in somewhere, you get caught. Like, it's just not panning out, man.
Yeah, here's a business card. Maybe go be a villain. You know, that way. Because villains usually seem to be pretty inept.
Right. So Casper looks at T'Challa and he says, "You know what? You're right. I do need to be more. I need what you got."
What?
And he demands the right of ascension and issues it.
What?
And it issues
the right
challenge.
of ascension, as in the heart-shaped herb. As in, this is going to kill you.
Well, he doesn't know that.
Oh man, he doesn't know that. Okay.
He also doesn't.
Yikes.
He also isn't aware of what all it is involved
Entails.
in the right of ascension, and he doesn't realize that he's essentially challenging Black Panther for chieftain of the Panther clan.
Right. Yeah. Not only is it chieftain, but you have to beat how many warriors again?
6v1 combat.
6v1.
The 6 toughest Wakandan warriors.
Without the herb, mind you.
Yes.
How the hell is he gonna... One half of Wakandan would rip him in half, dude. Get out of here. I don't know. Maybe not, but... I don't know.
Right.
We'll see, I guess.
6 would.
6 definitely would.
So as King of Wakanda, T'Challa accepts Casper's petition. But warns him that he may not survive. That he needs training first.
Fight T'Challa himself. He's one of the warriors, right? He's gonna be one of the 6.
Right.
Oh God.
Well, he's not one of the 6 because he's king.
Right. Okay, but still.
He goes, you may not survive. And he tells him that he needs training first. And he tells him that he would have to bear the responsibility of being chieftain of the Panther clan. So the next day, T'Challa sends Mama to train Casper.
Yeah.
You remember who Mama is?
Yeah. The leader of the face noises. The girls.
Yeah. Dora Milaje.
Dora Milaje, thank you.
Yeah. So Mama, what she does is she just shows up and breaks Casper's door down and starts beating his ass.
Day one. You ever seen Mulan, right?
Yeah.
Day one.
Yeah, he's like sleeping on the couch or he fell asleep like watching TV and she just kicks the door down and just comes in and starts whooping the shit out of it.
That's a Wakandan female, too.
Yeah, dude.
I mean, not saying anything
A Wakandan
bad about that,
an elderly female.
yeah, there you go.
An elderly, overweight woman. She throws him out the window. And then people look around. That people in the city see them fighting in the street, and they think that Casper's just beating up some old lady.
Oh.
And then she starts playing on it, and she's like, "Oh, help! He's mugging me." she's like, just take the money. Don't hurt me anymore.
Right.
So now
you
Casper,
gotta be clever too.
Right. So now Casper has to fight these three guys in the street. He beats them up.
Oh, he does. So he's not completely inept.
No, I mean he's a cop. There's just three people. There's just three dudes who are walking down the street.
Right. Right.
So Okoye shows up, and
who?
Okoye.
Remind me.
The Dora Milaje that's been in there throughout this whole story.
Oh, okay. Wait, is she the one that was in the other, that became like leader of the other clan?
No, that was Queen Divine Justice.
Oh.
Okoye is the other one.
Okay.
There were two. There was Okoye and Nakia. And then Nakia, who turned evil, turned into Malice.
Right.
And they replaced her with Queen Divine Justice. But Okoye has been there the whole time.
Okay.
But she shows up and drives Casper to the Wakandan embassy, where T'Challa has set up an Americanized version of the Rite of Ascension.
American Ninja Warrior.
Right. And
have you seen that? It's actually pretty
dude,
decent.
I know what American Ninja Warrior is.
Yeah, but I watched it back when it was all in Japanese. My parents thought I was crazy.
Yeah, me too.
I was watching it on G4, and they were like, "Ah, it's because of oh, Kata Sinde."
Yeah, they'd be like,
what are you
and then like the fucking subtitle was just like, "This has been a very happy day for him."
Yeah, yeah. So excited. My parents, dude, the first time I ever watched that, they were like, "What are you watching? Some devil show?" Like, no, it's just Japanese. No, it's a Japanese, you know, like
that's the devil language. He's speaking in tongues.
That's about right.
But so yeah, the Americanized version of the Rite of Ascension is 4v1 combat and a knowledge test.
Oh, wait, hold on. I'm sorry. I feel like I need to explain this. I definitely wasn't making fun of the Japanese language. I just don't speak it.
Oh yeah, for sure. Same here.
I actually like the Japanese language. It's quite exciting. Yeah, I always say it's the Eastern German. If you think about it, because it's very similar in anger level, if you will, or excitement level. It sounds a lot like the grunty, guttural German language. But anyways. Back to what you okay. So what was it? Was the first one was 4-on-1 combat, and what was the other ones?
A knowledge test of Wakandan history.
Okay.
It tells him you have 24 hours to prepare.
That's it? Just a 4-on-1 and a knowledge test?
Yes.
Seriously, that's like. I mean, that's like turning a full-on steak dinner into a McDouble. Like it's pretty easy.
I mean, he feels like, you know, this he should fail this, but not die.
Oh, okay. It's not going to straight out kill him like the normal one.
Okay, and remember, Killmonger was in stasis, right?
Oh, for fuck's sake. This dude is really... Okay, my last dick nerve was 2 episodes ago. Come on now.
Right. That was M'Baku.
Was it Warmonger that... Yeah, my bad. I've been getting those two mixed up since we started this.
One of them looks like an ape, and one of them is just some guy with a leopard.
Okay, Killmonger was yeah, okay, alright. He's just some guy.
So Killmonger has awakened.
Whatever happened to M'Baku again? He died, right?
No.
No, so he's still kicking?
Yeah.
Okay.
And Killmonger ate the heart-shaped herb and like died, but then T'Challa put him in stasis.
Right.
And basically he's essentially been brain dead this whole time.
That's right. That's the one that the heart-shaped herb killed, and
Yeah.
it surprised me because I was like, I didn't know that happened. Why don't they just give it to everyone? Why don't they have every Wakandan running around with? Oh, that's why.
So yeah, in Wakanda, Killmonger has awakened, and as far as he's concerned, he's still chieftain of the Panther clan.
So he's awake now. He didn't quite outright kill him then,
Right.
or he got brought back, or question mark? Coma?
He's just been brain dead in stasis this whole time because T'Challa saved him by putting him in stasis instead of just letting him die. And he just woke up.
So to scientifically put it, while he was in stasis, his metabolism was moving so slow, but it also, at the same time, it was still moving, so it just took years and years for it to purge.
Pretty much.
Right now, something like that.
Yeah, we'll go with that. Yeah, so as far as he's concerned, he's chieftain of the Panther clan.
Right.
The
And
next,
he did win.
right? So the next day, Triage, one of the like higher ups in the 66 Bridges,
Right.
he shows up at the Wakandan embassy, wishing to speak with Black Panther. So Casper meets him in the Panther suit. Triage offers him a deal. Again. He says, look, we'll give you the kid if you join 66 Bridges.
Dude, they are seriously desperate.
Yeah.
And also, I have an idea to propose. This is one of those things I like to do, especially when I'm watching a story arc that's not quite explained yet. I like to come up with my own theory. I don't think T'Challa is trying to get Casper to replace him. Maybe he's trying to come up with an American Black Panther. Hey, what do you think?
Possibly.
Possible.
Possible.
Right. That's my theory.
Or probably.
Probably.
So obviously Casper refuses that deal. He's not going to join a gang. And then Triage leaves. And T'Challa shows up and suggests that Casper postpone the rite of ascension because something has come up in Wakanda that requires his attention, which we know.
Right.
Is that Killmonger is back alive.
We got a real threat here. You
Right.
know, like fucking 66 Bridges.
So Casper refuses to postpone. He's like, no, I've trained. He's like, I'm ready. So T'Challa gives him...
So he has been training? For 24 hours, he's trained and trained.
Right.
Sorry,
No, yeah, I know.
like,
yeah.
dude,
Yeah.
that's such a lazy thing to say. I've been training for one whole day. I'm ready.
Right. So T'Challa gives him his energy dagger and his communication device. And he tells him, your knowledge test will be done by the Wakandan Tribal Council because I have to leave. I'm not going to be here.
Right.
So the council arrives and tells Casper that his combat test and his knowledge test will be done simultaneously.
Woo! Plot twist. That's
Right.
awesome.
Yeah. And so the challenge begins. His opponents, 3 Wakandan warriors with armor provided by Tony Stark.
What? Shoo-wee.
And the 4th person is Okoye, the Dora Milaje chick.
Right. Dude, this is sounding painful.
Yeah. So they start fighting. He's trying to fight them all. He's not doing extremely well. He's getting all of the history questions right because he studied all the history the night before.
Really? Okay, so he's not completely useless.
Right. He's getting all of the history questions right. But he's struggling in the fight.
And they're probably just taking it easy over here, yawning and like making
Right.
a sandwich in the
Right.
back corner.
And when his kid,
Like, hey man, hey, do you want tomato on this or lettuce? Both. All right. Throws a kick out, smacks him in the
Right.
face.
So, like I said, he's struggling until he receives the schematics for the armor suits on the communication device. It goes off. He picks it up and looks at it, and it's like the schematics for the armor, and it's like
Really interesting.
It says disable power source, and then like it shows them where the power source is. So he takes out the power sources on the armor and incapacitates the 3 warriors, leaving just him and
So
Okoye
he's actually.
left.
So I don't mean to like change up on you here, but I assume he's a fairly decent fighter if he can actually even so much as hold up to 3 Wakandan warriors somehow. But,
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
He's got to be somewhat decent. I mean,
Right.
those guys aren't no slouches. They're Wakandans, for God's
Right.
sake.
He also has T'Challa's energy dagger.
Right.
So
Which does it imbue him with anything, or is it just
no,
like
but it's made out of anti-metal, which which pretty much disintegrates metal on contact, and it can also like generates extra energy daggers, which can be thrown as projectiles.
Ooh, okay.
Which is how T'Challa was able to whoop Iron Man's ass.
Dude, that's like throwing average Joe a 50 cal and telling him to go kill a deer. Like, how many you want?
Right. 3. You got it. So it's down to just him and Okoye fighting, and their fight goes to a clinch. And while they're clinched, he kisses her.
What?
And it just pisses her off so much, she immediately just leaves. She just walks away and leaves. Like she's like, "How dare
What?
you?"
Yeah, what the hell kind of move was that?
He was just being a cocky asshole. Like,
Oh, okay. All right.
there's no like hidden plot. It's just he's just a douche. And so she leaves, and he looks at the council and he's like, "What's her deal?" And they tell him, he's like, "You have humiliated her. She is a member of the Dora Milaje. She is promised to the king. She is to kiss or be with no other man. And because you have done this, she is now unfit to perform this challenge." So he wins by technicality.
Oh, fuck.
So
Interesting. I'm not even rooting for this guy. I won't lie. I'm not rooting for him at all.
So the council leaves. Casper gets a call on the communication device. It's Killmonger,
Oh?
who tells him, "Hey, I hear you're in the middle of challenging for chieftain of the Panther clan. By the way, it was me that sent you the schematics. You're welcome. And I very much look forward to our fight to the death for a title of chieftain."
Nah, you have fucked up now.
Yeah. Now you fucked up.
You're talking about the one guy that beat T'Challa in combat, dude.
Yeah.
You're boned.
So they set a time and place. They meet up for the fight.
Do they really?
Yeah.
I thought that the Wakandan Council or whatever, if they heard that, they'd be like, no, don't do this.
No, they don't like Casper either.
I guess this is where the underdog shows his true grit.
Well, so they made up and they start fighting, and Killmonger is just whooping the absolute fuck out of him. I mean,
Right.
think of fighting someone that you would just have an ungodly advantage, like a small child, like Nocturnum versus 4-year-old on a playground.
No, hey, what about me? What about me versus Kenny? Remember
Right?
Kenny?
Yeah.
They're like, dude, you can't even hurt me. What are you doing?
So,
Punch me as hard as you can, like 50 times, and you're still not. Yeah.
And
Well, maybe
like,
not 50.
it's
You get my point.
yeah, but like it's so easy for Killmonger that he's like, I don't even want to kill you. Like, I feel bad. I feel bad for you. Like,
Right. I don't even know. That's pretty bad when Killmonger doesn't want to kill you, dude.
yeah, out of pity.
Damn, man.
So Killmonger offers him a deal. He says that he will help Casper find the missing kid and give him a synthetic version of the heart-shaped herb that he has recently created but not tested.
Are you serious? Well, this guy's like keeps winning the lottery with these people. That dude could have tore you apart. Now, like, what?
Right.
What is going on with this guy?
Yeah, but he has this.
Everybody just feels so sorry for you that they're letting you do this shit.
Right. And we're like, he has this synthetic version of the heart-shaped herb, but he's not tested it. He says it probably won't kill you. But in exchange, right? But he's like, in exchange, you have to serve as my acolyte and be my eyes and ears in America. Basically, you work for me.
So that's the plot twist I didn't see coming. It's not. He's not T'Challa's liaison. He's Killmonger's.
Right. And he says, or I can go back to slamming your head into the pavement.
Is that what he actually said? I wonder.
Yes, it is.
Oh, that's what he actually said. Or I can go back to
because Casper's all like, well, that doesn't sound like a very good. You know, he's like, well, I could go back to slamming your head into the pavement. So Casper takes the deal.
Right.
And he
what are you gonna do?
And Casper takes the synthetic herb. It doesn't kill him, but it does temporarily blind him and make him extremely sick. Like
which means the real one would probably easily have killed him.
Right. But it does give him the advertised powers.
Really?
So he's got the powers now.
Dude,
if he could just get his sight back and stop throwing up.
Right, it's like He-Man's or He-Man's like, I don't even know what to say here. I was gonna say something, but it might not be appropriate. I'll tell you later.
Right. So Casper is in like full Panther mode now. He's like, all right, I'm the Panther. And he goes around and starts recruiting a team. He gets Ross, Monica, and Queen Divine Justice.
Really?
And he's like, all right, guys, here's the deal. We got a missing kid. We're going to find him. He goes, basically, the goal is if we find the kid before Killmonger finds the kid, I won't owe him anything. And so I won't have to work for him. So they hack into the DEA files and get a list of all 66 bridge safe houses. And they find the one that has had the utilities turned on the most recently. And they figure that's probably where they've taken the kid.
Right. Not a bad idea.
Right.
Honestly.
So they gear up. They take a plane or whatever. I don't remember what it was. Some kind of crap. They get there. The whole time, Casper's just throwing up all over the place.
What's your superpower? I puke a lot.
Right.
On demand.
So they raid the
all right,
house.
Chill out, Steve-O.
Yeah. They raid the house. And when they walk into the house, there's the kid, T'Challa.
And Killmonger. Oh.
No, it's the kid, T'Challa, Okoye, and Torque.
What? What the fuck?
And they've already taken out the gangsters that were there. And Torque.
I thought Torque was dead. He had a fucking funeral.
Torque reveals that he's been working with the DEA for years to try to take down 66 bridges, and they needed him to be dead for a while because his cover was almost blown when everyone thought he was the Black Panther. Yeah. it's a whole big, like, crazy, messy reunion. Like, Casper punches him, and he's like, "I mourned for you. I dug your body up." Like,
oh, that's right. He did dig his body up.
yeah.
They find somebody to look exactly like him?
Honestly, they wrote it off with one line of dialogue.
Oh, they did?
Yeah, like, because he's asking about it. He's like, "I've dug your body up." And Torque goes, "Yeah, man, that Wakandan technology's crazy, ain't it?" Like, and that's all they ever say about it. Like,
great. You just desecrated some poor dude's remains to make him look like me. All right, awesome.
right.
And it was Warmonger. Killmonger's brother.
Right. So T'Challa tells Casper that he is never to wear the Panther suit again. He's like, "You're not going to be chieftain. Keep the powers, but you can never wear."
So this entire time, Casper has been just basically a very brief side annoyance to the operations of T'Challa. Right. Okay. But this is the life and times of that brief annoyance. Like, he's probably a guy that made like a 2-second cameo, and they're like, "You know what? Let's do a full issue on what this guy's life is like."
Right.
But anyways, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, he tells him, "You're never to wear the Panther suit again." Casper agrees. He goes, "You're right. If that's what you want, I'll stop wearing it." And he takes the kid and he delivers the kid to Lou, reunites father and son. After that, Casper's approached again by Okoye. And she
Wait, who took the son to Lou? Sorry,
Casper.
My brain must have. Okay, Casper's the one that they. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Yep.
So after that, Casper's on his way home, and he's approached again by Okoye.
Yeah.
She gives
can't be good.
She gives him a package. And when he gets home, he opens it, and there's a new suit and his new persona inside. White Tiger.
Oh, that's cute. So I guess he earned enough of their respect for that.
Yes.
I mean, I didn't mean to paint him like a complete nutsack, but he's just.
I mean, he's kind of a nutsack, like. But he's trying. Like,
right.
That's like the whole thing.
He's a persistent nutsack.
Yes.
So he's now the White Tiger. Huh?
White Tiger.
He didn't have his own spin-off, did he?
After this, if someone were interested in reading more about White Tiger, there's a comic book called The Crew, which is like a small level superhero team in Brooklyn and Harlem, and White Tiger is on that team.
Oh, cool. So he did end up fighting crime.
Yes. Because see, at the end of this, that's the end of this entire Black Panther run. So, like, in the entire time we've been doing this, we went through an entire Black Panther run from 1998 to 2002.
Oh, man. Oh, man. No wonder you have to sum up so much information. And you wonder why I was confused. You're feeding me 4 years worth of information in 3 sessions. Good Lord. Talk about cram session.
Right, cram. Just cram it in there.
That's like trying to explain the Revolutionary War with just a few names, like George Washington.
So there's this guy George, right? You know, and
right.
Everybody's like, "Wait, who? George?" The guy,
except for his real name was George Olafacoffelin. What mouth noises?
Yeah. And there was his best friend, and his name was Watumbo.
And Watumbo had 16 different other characters, and George Olafacopoulos had about 32 different people. Here are their names, and none of them make sense. By the way, this is 4 years worth of storytelling. Here you go. Blah, 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 blah. You fill in the lines.
Right.
It was actually pretty good, though. I like this last one here, this White Tiger. I was actually able to follow along. I feel like accomplished.
Right. Yeah, pretty much like after this Black Panther
you
run.
said that's the end of the run.
Yep.
What happened to T'Challa? He gave up his suit, or did he not? Is he still Black Panther? Or
He is.
not?
He is still Black Panther.
Right.
At this point in 2002, they stopped making Black Panther comics, but you can still follow his stories in the Avengers comics of that time.
Gotcha. So whenever the world's and shit, he's definitely there to help.
Right.
Gotcha.
And like since then, there's been Black Panther comics, but like, see, the thing about Marvel is that there's too many heroes that just put out comics about them all the time.
Well, yeah, for sure, man. Could you imagine?
So it's basically like for this year, we have these that are already ongoing that we're going to keep going. We're going to bring in these new comics, and we're ending these runs. And then that'll be the thing, the setup for like a year or so. And then after that, they're like, okay, we're taking these out and we're bringing these in. And then you have people like Spider-Man, the Avengers, the X-Men. They always have stuff going on.
Right.
But then everything else, there's about between 15 and 30 different books. Like that's the rotation. It's like a 15 to 30 count of 8,000 characters, and they just rotate them out. So after this, like say you're reading this Black Panther run, and you get all the way to the end, you're like, man, I want to see more about T'Challa. Go read the Avengers. Or I want to see more about Casper. Go read The Crew. And it's crazy. It's pretty crazy.
Yeah.
But I love it. Like,
So whatever happened to Killmonger, reckon?
At this point, he is still chieftain.
Yeah. Dude, I mean, a persistent. when I said persistent nutsack, dude, this guy went up against Killmonger and survived.
Yeah.
How many people can say that? It's fucking Killmonger.
Including him too.
Right. I never did. Well, hey, refresh my memory.
Actually,
why didn't
3.
Killmonger kill? Yeah, why didn't Killmonger kill T'Challa?
Because he like smashed him like into unconsciousness, and Ross, who was acting king at the time, stepped in and yielded on T'Challa's behalf.
Ah, that's right. It's till death or yield. Right.
Yeah.
Hey man, do you another line?
Right.
That was a joke.
Line of Claritin.
Claritin clear. Man, when they said Claritin clear, I didn't think it would be like clear crystal here. This is some of the clearest dope I've ever seen.
I hate pollen.
Yeah, dude, you live in the worst place for that. You're basically in a swamp.
Right. Northeast is worse.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, dude. In the Northeast, you go outside, your car's covered in pollen, and like a 2-inch layer of yellow pollen.
Well, I'm in the. Oh wait, no, I'm in what they consider the Midwest or Midwest. That kills me, man. If you cut the United States in half, I am on the east side. But we're like, oh, we're Midwesterners up here.
Right.
Like what?
It's just because you're right in between the Southeast and the Northeast, so the Midwest has like that little lip that goes a little east, so y'all are like right on the edge of it. But yeah, that's the end of this Black Panther ordeal.
Wait. Hold on. Time out. We're on Eastern time, are we not?
Yeah.
Where you're at, they're on Central. We're on Eastern. So we're on Eastern time, but we're considered the Midwest.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right. Okay. Sure.
Whatever you say.
I said Weast.
Weast. Weast. What kind of compass you reading there, boy? Dude, I swear that was like one of the funniest moments in TV ever when I was a kid and I first watched that episode of SpongeBob.
Right.
Where they're like, 9,998, 9,999, 10,000, we made it. 10,000 paces east. East? I thought you said west. It's like west. That's west. Now you have to walk 20,000 paces back.
Dude, that's crazy.
And then the map is just that board game glued to a piece of paper.
Right. Oh man, that was a good episode though. I also like the concept of the middle being a little sand pit that you had to dig.
Yeah.
I'm surprised they didn't make that into a real game.
Right.
But yeah, man, that was pretty cool. Glad to know T'Challa's still alive with that aneurysm kicking around up there, you know?
Yeah.
I really feel like I need to go watch the Black Panther movies again.
Do it, man.
How well do they represent him in the movies?
Fairly well. Like, as an introductory movie, pretty well.
Right on.
But, it doesn't quite do him justice. But I'm sure they'll get into that as they make sequels. Because there's only been one movie.
I guess the only thing that ever bothered me was the accent. Like, I don't think that actor, that's not his real accent. Or is it?
No.
Yeah, I didn't figure.
His name's Chadwick. He doesn't talk that way.
Chadwick?
Yeah.
Is he British?
I don't know. Chadwick Boseman is the actor that plays Black Panther.
So who all makes an appearance in the movies? Killmonger?
Killmonger is the main villain. And I don't know. I'm not a huge fan of Killmonger in the movie. A lot of people liked him, though. A lot of people liked him. He's one of the most popular Marvel movie villains there is.
Did they make 2 Black Panther movies?
No, just the one.
Oh, there's only the one?
Yeah, but he also shows up in Civil War, Infinity War, and Endgame.
What? Where?
Wakanda, mostly.
Oh, he makes a brief appearance. He's the guy that's standing, like, in Infinity War, he's one of the ones standing out there, like, behind T'Challa, ready to fight, right?
Oh, I thought you were talking about T'Challa, sorry. I meant T'Challa makes an appearance in those movies. No, Killmonger. Yeah. Killmonger is only in the Black Panther movie.
Oh, okay. I was about to, well, in that case, I assume he dies.
Yeah. He's a Marvel villain. Of course he dies.
And that, my friend, is what you call context clues.
Yeah, dude. Every Marvel villain dies in the movies. Oh. If you notice.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, the movies are the cinematic universe is pretty brutal.
There is one thing that I would like to... I know you haven't seen it, but for anyone who has seen the movie... shit, hold on. Alright. There's a scene in the Black Panther movie where T'Challa and Killmonger were fighting. And Killmonger gets pretty jacked up and he's dying. And T'Challa tells him, you know, our doctors can save you. We can heal you. And Killmonger goes, what? So you can lock me up for the rest of my life? I'll die like my ancestors did. The ones that jumped from the boats rather than live a life in bondage. Ooh. Which is a powerful statement. However, it's very flawed. It's very flawed because those people aren't your ancestors because they jumped off the boat and died.
Right.
They don't have descendants.
Well, yeah, but you also have to look at the context and the times in which this movie was made. It kind of, you know.
Oh yeah.
They were trying to make it. They were trying to make a statement to go along with the times in which the movie took place.
Right. Actually, on that note, Marvel took a very odd stance. And I'm not trying to get all political or anything.
Right.
But when the Black Panther movie came out, a lot of like African Americans and people and I'll just say it, radical blacks, took this movie as it was supposed to represent the Black Panther Party.
What?
Which it was not.
How do you even draw that same conclusion?
Right.
But okay, sure, whatever.
Like
your opinion is your opinion.
Right, because the Black Panther Party was a group of Black Americans who tried to revolt and strike out against civil injustice in the 60s. Because they were getting thoroughly fucked up by crooked cops and politicians and whatnot. And so, like a lot of like the Black Lives Matter movement and all of that stuff, like a lot of them were even like taking to social media and being like, if you're planning on seeing this movie, you better be black. Like, like there's like, white people don't go opening night. You can go next week.
Yeah, you know that's a form of racism as well, right?
Right.
But sure, we won't broach that subject. What was the stance? That's what I'm curious.
Right. But if you watch the Black Panther movie in Marvel, all of like, and this movie was almost entirely black people, and not just black people, but Africans.
Right.
And every single character in this movie that takes that stance is a villain.
Huh.
Because it's kind of like the basic plot of the movie is that it draws some from the stories that we read. Killmonger shows up in Wakanda and he challenges T'Challa for a title of chieftain of the Panther clan and the throne and is king of Wakanda. And it's till death or yield. And Killmonger like stabs him and throws him off a cliff. So he's presumed dead. So Killmonger's the new king of Wakanda. And his plan is, we're going to use this Wakandan technology to go all over the world, and we're going to revolt, and we're going to arm all the black people in the world to take over every country on this planet. And like the Wakandan tribal council and all of the rest of like the Wakandans are like, this motherfucker is crazy.
Yeah, you do realize that that tyranny doesn't necessarily have a color, right? It doesn't matter. Tyranny is tyranny, my dude.
Right.
Exactly what. There's no justice to it. You're suggesting taking over the world.
Yeah, exactly.
And justifying it by previous racial inequities.
Right. But there are some characters that take similar stances, but they're all villains. All of like the noble people in the movie are like, no, let's not do that. So like, I feel like that's kind of Marvel's stance on the issue.
Right. Is
that y'all crazy. Like, like if this is how you act, you're a villain.
Right. And I've always said, man, that racism isn't necessarily, it comes in all forms, man.
Yeah.
It really does. All forms and all colors.
So, next week, Daredevil.
Hey, I really liked that movie when I was younger.
Dude, you got to watch the Netflix show. Even like, I know you don't typically read like the comics we do here. Watch some of the show. Watch some of the show.
I mean, is it worth a damn?
Dude, it's the shit.
I have yet to watch a single superhero show because I'm so afraid that it's just going to be.
Well, some of them aren't great.
Awful.
Some of them are not great. But dude, the Netflix there's like a Netflix niche of the of the MCU.
Oh yeah.
And Daredevil is the front runner. And dude, that Daredevil show, if you don't like it, I don't even know what to tell you, man. Like, you just weren't meant to watch TV. Like, like, it's killer. It's so good.
Oh yeah, is it Breaking Bad or Dexter good?
Dude, yes, it's better than Dexter for sure.
You don't like Dexter?
I love Dexter. I love Dexter.
Oh,
I've seen every episode of Dexter. And I've seen every
episode twice.
It's a good show. But
Hell
dude,
yeah,
I'm telling you, man, Daredevil's the shit. Just like sometime we're just hanging out. You going? Here's one thing.
I've been looking for a new series to watch. I might just get into that.
Yeah, dude, just watch Daredevil.
All right,
it's killer. There's 3 seasons.
That's the one that can go. That's the one that can go really fast, right?
Shut
Also
up.
a joke.
Yeah, shut up.
Yeah.
But like, you remember the Daredevil movie, right? With Ben Affleck.
Of course. Yeah, Ben Affleck and the really hot chick.
Yeah, Jennifer
What was her name?
Garner.
Carmen Electra.
No, Electra was the character. The actress's name was Jennifer Garner.
Right. Which most people, do you remember the spin-off movie that came off of that, Electra?
Yeah.
No comment. Huh?
It sucks.
It did, dude. It really did.
I never really cared for the Daredevil movie, honestly. It's quite lame. But I'm telling you now.
The echo sense was the echolocation sense was pretty cool.
Well, yeah, that's a staple. Yeah, that's a staple of who Daredevil is, and he has that in the show as well. Although artistically, it's portrayed a little differently. Yeah. But seriously, it's a really good.
Can we just say this on your show though? Ben Affleck. I mean, come on, that's probably the reason the movie sucked, or at least in my opinion.
Right.
Just like, oh, look at me, I'm a charming and handsome individual. I don't have to act. I will just show you my face.
Affleck needs acting school, 'cause he was terrible in that film. But yeah, seriously, like if you're just looking, I'll tell you this much: if you're looking for a show that's about like a crime fighter, it's not. I wouldn't even. I mean, I guess yeah, he is a superhero, but he's not like just this huge and like Superman type character. That's what I've always loved about Daredevil. Daredevil's down in the streets. You stab him, he gets stabbed. You shoot him, the bullet hits him.
Right.
And it sucks for him.
He's just a badass, is what you're saying. He's not a super badass. He's just a badass.
Yes. And it's really cool. In season 2, the Punisher comes in, and it's the best incarnation of the Punisher that's ever been created by anyone ever.
Damn.
And the Punisher even gets his own spin-off show, and it's the best. But
damn, dude.
Like, oh man, I remember one scene in the Punisher show where they're like, "We're going after these guys and these guys for all this stuff," and Punisher's like, "We'll do it on one condition." And they're like, "What's that?" He goes, "We kill them all."
Ooh.
Like, you don't get that in Arrow.
Hell no.
You know,
you dude, I've seen shows like that get to the point where they almost have to use Deus Ex Machina to explain why they didn't kill this person.
Right.
Like, dude, this person deserves to die 100 times, but I used a non-lethal arrow. But what? Dude, just kill him. He's going to come back tomorrow.
Nah, dude.
God.
The Punisher.
He's going to kill a baby tomorrow. Kill him.
Yeah, the Punisher, dude. Like, I mean, obviously he kills people, but in that show, the way he kills people is nasty. Like,
well, I'm immediately interested.
Like, I remember at one point, me and Crow were watching.
Is it rated? Is it rated PG-13 or is it?
No. These are not rated PG-13. These shows they say fuck. There's.
Oh, okay. So
there's
they're definitely
brutal murders. There's people that get killed like At one point, the Kingpin kills one of his henchmen for doing something wrong, and he just like throws him on the ground next to his car and opens up the door and just slams his head with the car door over and over and over again.
Oh,
and
yes.
the blood's like dripping. It's not dripping, it's pouring, and it's like covered the door, and it's like sloshing, and this guy's brain is like everywhere. And
Oh, okay. I'm definitely what. This was in Daredevil or Punisher.
that's Daredevil. That's in the first season
Oh
too.
yes. Okay, good. So it's got walking level. Walking level.
There's a guy that
Walking
gets his
Dead level.
There's a guy that gets his head caved in with a bowling ball, and like the blood just.
Awesome.
I remember one of my. I'm not gonna give anything away. But like one of the, like it's kind of just like an offshoot scene in the Punisher. It has nothing to do with the plot or anything. But the Punisher is in a pawn shop, and he's looking for just some different stuff, and he pulls out a huge wad of cash, and he buys the stuff he needs. And then the guy at the pawn shop's like, "Hey man, what else do you want? Like, I could sell you anything you want. You want it? I got it." And he's like, "Nah, I'm good. I got what I need. I'm leaving." And he's like, "I got drugs. You like drugs?" He's like, "No, I'm good." And he's like, "Moonshine, like bootleg pornos." He's like, "I can get you pornos." And he's like, "No man, I'm good." And he goes, "You sure?" He goes, "I can get you black market porn. I can get you child porn."
Oh, now you fucked up.
And Punisher turns around and he's like, "Oh yeah?" And he goes, "Yeah man, she's barely 12.
Oh, dude.
And the Punisher, he goes,
Kill him.
he goes, "Huh." And he starts walking away, and he walks up to the door of the pawn shop, deadbolts it, turns the sign over to close, turns back around, starts walking to the guy, and he's like, "Yeah, I knew you wanted it." And he grabs a baseball bat off the sports rack. And he's like, "Yeah, this'll do." Wow, wow. Oh man. And like I'm telling you, it's actually the guy that plays Shane in The Walking Dead.
Oh, that guy?
He's the Punisher.
Really? Are you serious?
Yes.
Huh. I never liked Shane, but okay.
Oh, he's awesome as the Punisher.